Good morning. July 4th, 2026, weekly update. Highlight this week definitely is feeling I'm connected, like I'm connected with the Houston comedy scene. It feels nice, honestly. Um, Most of the week, I really only did one mic this week. I did one mic Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I went out Thursday to do another mic. And I ended up not doing one that night because they 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 stopped the mic early. I guess it was a short list of comics, or there wasn't a lot of people in the audience. Not really sure. First time I'd seen that happen, honestly, when the mic just ends at the comedy club I usually go to do mics. Shout out the Seeker group. Um, so that was a little weird, but I mean, I still stuck around and I hung out with everyone else. Um, Throughout the week, I've been working every day. I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I was scheduled to work yesterday, Friday, but I ended up getting cut because it was a little slow, and I don't get many Fridays off. So I was like, you know what, I'll take it. So yeah, all that to say though, that Thursday, that night that the mic ended soon, and when I got there, it wasn't going on. Um, I just was like, well, let me see what else is going on. It was only like 12:15 ish. And, you know, walk around, talk to people, see what comics are there. And I just start saying hi to everyone. And I'm just looking around like, who else is here? Who else is here? I say hi to this person, say hi to that person, talk to them for a little bit. Then I'm like, let me walk around and just see who else is here. And as I'm walking around, checking out who is there, you know, I see one comic and then I see another comic, then another, and then I see a table of comics. And I'm like, oh, I know everybody. So I say hi to everyone. I'm like, dapping people up, shaking people's hands, saying what's up, what's up, Vinny? What's up, Mars? Um, you know, what's up, Nick? Right? Just all the comics of Houston. And the irony of the whole thing is that after I said hi to all of them, there was actually this girl who's sitting at the table. She was an audience member at a mic that I did earlier in the week. I think it was like on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. And so I recognized her because she ended up following me on Instagram. I asked her to follow me, and she did, which was nice. And she was just sitting there. So I was like, let me just talk to her. Right. So sat down and we ended up talking for like an hour, a solid hour. We ended up talking about God. We talked about God. We talked about spirituality. We talked about purpose. We talked about existence. She was telling me her perspective on religion and spirituality and how things just it didn't line up for her. And it was interesting to hear her perspective because I had a similar perspective when I was younger, but here I am very devoted to God and devoted to Christ and living this life that I'm living now because of my faith, right? And so it was cool because as we were talking and as I was telling her these things, she was just like, I've never thought of it that way. I never thought of God like that, or I've never thought of of living with purpose in that manner, or I never thought about it like this. When I was younger, it was all like rules, 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 but I didn't really think about God in the way that you're telling me right now. It's interesting. So I was like, yeah, no problem. And yeah, it was just cool. It was nice to sit and have that conversation with her, even though it meant I didn't talk to any comics that night, right? That's the irony is that I I went and I said hi to all the comics, and after I said hi to all the comics, I ended up talking to an audience member for an hour about God. Um, but it was a really, really good conversation. And it's kind of one of those things where you don't really know where a night can take you sometimes. I wasn't showing up with the intention of talking about God for an hour. I was showing up with the intention of doing doing some jokes that I worked on earlier in the day that didn't pan out. Oh well, I still have that material. I'm gonna do it the next time I go up. But it is fun in a way to kind of just let things play out how they're gonna play out. And that was nice. And it was still really nice though, even before all that, that I just said hi to every single comic. And we're dapping up, we're saying hi, being cool, chilling. I didn't get to talk to them. I would have liked to have talked to them, honestly. But I got sidetracked with the really nice conversation, honestly. I really enjoyed that conversation. Um, so no, she was cool. She was cool. I'm happy I met her. Actually, as we were just before we started to really talk about stuff, like just the vibe that she had and the way she was, acting and everything. Not even acting, but just the way she was. I kind of, I was kind of like laughing to myself. I'm just like, I have a feeling we're gonna be friends. Can we be friends? And she was just like, yeah. So it was sweet. It was a sweet interaction with her. So that was cool. I'm happy about that. That was definitely like the highlight of the week. Second best highlight would be the barbecue I was at yesterday with my family. You know, didn't do anything special, but just sat there, chilled, listened to the music, smoked some hookah, ate some barbecue. That was it. So no, other than all the work that I've been doing, I got to work today and I'm working tomorrow and I'm working Monday. Other than that, you know, working out, trying my best to eat right, and taking it a day at a time. You know, I'm feeling really good right now. I'm feeling really, really good about life and about myself and about my faith with God and just about a lot of different things. And I'm really, really hoping to just keep it going. Honestly, I really want to keep it going because I feel I feel the best I've felt in a while. Not that I felt bad before, but I just feel very, very like at peace right now. I'm very much so at peace, and I really, really just want to keep things that way because I'm happy. So, but all right, that's enough. Thank you very much, whoever you are that's watching this. You are appreciated. Um, have a lovely day, and God bless.